Yeah, good morning viewers. This is Dr. Jana, and at the beginning I wish you all happy Dasara. And this is the video related to genetic algorithm. I already covered the theory part, and as I promised that I will be going for this implementation using Python, and so many viewers also they requested the implementation part. So in this video we are going for this implementations, right? So now let us have some refresh whatever things we studied. Here we are going for a genetic algorithm optimization. In this genetic algorithm optimizations, we'll implement the optimization techniques in Python based on a simple example in which we are trying to maximize the output of an equation. So we are taking one equation and we are going to optimize the output of these equations. Okay. Now let us, we have the equation y is equal to, can you observe it here, y is equal to w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus w3 x3 plus w4 x4 plus w5 x5 plus w6 x6. Okay, so how many inputs we are having? We are having 6 number of input. What are the inputs? x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6, right? So we have also taken 6 number of weights, that is w1 to w6. So w1, w2, w2 all things are, oh, you know, you find in the net output, it is the it is the product of these weighted inputs. We can say the input and the weight, their product and their summations, we get the net output, right? Now the 6 number of input or 6 number of weights we are giving, that is w1 to w6. Now what are the inputs we are giving? Let us see the inputs we have provided: x1, x2, x3, x4, x6, that is 4, minus 2, 7, 5, 11, 1, like that. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number of inputs I have given. Okay, now we are looking for some parameters like the weights that maximize this equation. That is the idea we are going to do it here. Now what is the idea? How can the general idea? The idea of maximizing such equation, it seems simple. If you are not following the genetic algorithm, the possible input is to be multiplied by the largest possible positive numbers, and the negative number is to be multiplied by the smallest possible negative numbers. So these are the things we know we can do it. But the idea we are looking to implement here using the genetic algorithm. Okay, so how to implement all these things here? That is the things we will see here. Yeah. So moving to our next slide, then the most important thing is the parameter initializations, right? So at first, let us create a list of 6 inputs. How do we put it? And we assign a variable to that one. Our variable here, equation underscore input. For this equation, what are the input we are giving? Equation underscore input. And what are the values we are putting? 4, comma, minus 2, comma, 3, comma, 5, comma, 5, comma, minus 11, comma, minus 4.7. So these are the inputs given. And the number of weights, NUM underscore weight, that is also is equal to 6. I have given it here. Then we are going for this initial population. The next step is to define, because if you remember in our genetic algorithms, we are taking the population, and in the populations we are having the chromosome, we are having the genes, all the things you have seen. If you forgot, you can refer those previous slides, previous video, there you can clearly find all the things. Okay. The next step is to define the initial population, and based on the number of weights, how many weights we are given? We are given 6 number of weights, and each chromosome. So in a chromosome, one row of data in that population we call it as chromosome. So solution or individual, the population should definitely have 6 number of genes. So in that chromosome, how many number of genes will be there? There will be 6 number of genes, because I have taken the number of weight is equal to 6. Right? What the question is, how many solutions for the population? In that population, how many solutions will be there? Okay, so there is no fixed value for that, and we can select the values that fits well with our problem. But we have we could leave it generic so that it can be changed in the code directly. Okay, next we create a variable that holds the number of solutions for populations. Okay, for this what we do, you move to the next slide. Here you see the variable. Before that we need to import this, because first we install numpy, then okay, I'll show you all the things how to install and what to do. So I have done in Python, and we are using this now. Anyway, I'm going to show you all the things. There's nothing to worry about all the things. Now the solution for population, it is 8. I'm showing. Okay, solution for population. That means here I am initially I am taking 5. So define the population size. How do you define? So population size. How do you define the for a size row and column will be there? The solution per pub. It is there the rows and the number of weights. 6 number of weights are there. It will come 8 by 6. It will come right. And the population will have solution per pub chromosomes. That means the number of rows. It will be this one. Per each chromosome will have the number of weight of the genes. Here the number of weights we are putting it. You are putting only 6. Then creating the initial populations, we put it there new underscore population because I am using the numpy and random uniform. So I am putting between low is equal to minus 4.0 and high is equal to 4.0. Then size is equal to population size, right? So after importing the numpy library, we are able to create the initial populations randomly and using the numpy.random.uniform function according to the selected parameters. It will be of shape 8 by 6 because number of populations I have given 8 and the number of weight I have given 6, right? So these are the things we take care here. Then if you go for the implementations, we need to do first you need to install numpy. We will be installing pip install numpy because it is just I am showing here. While you are installing, you can because it was already installed in my system, so I did not install it here. Just I am putting the comments here. Has pip install numpy. Then has pip install pyguard. So for this we'll be using one special package pyguard. So you just put this command pip install pyguard. If it is connected to internet, automatically install for you. Okay. Then both the cases you have to import numpy as well as the import pyguard, right? Then we are writing y is equal to function of this w1 to w6. Okay. So what is this function of w1 to w6? So that is equal to w1 x1 plus w2 x2. All things were put. Where what is the value of x1 x2 x6? We are given all this value are given, and y is equal to 44. What we are going to get it there. Okay. And these are all the comments. Nothing to worry about this. Then function input. What are the values I have given it here? Same thing. What is the function input? 4, minus 2, 3. All the things I am putting it here. Okay. Then the desired output it is coming 44. Right. So this is the thing we have initially gone for that one. Then we are going a function define fitness function for what this solutions and solution underscore idx. So here calculating the fitness value of each solution in the current population. That is the first job. Then the fitness functions calculates the sum of the product between the each input and also the corresponding weight. Okay. So for this, how to do output is equal to numpy.sum solutions into function input. Okay. So weight and input we are multiplying. All things are their summations. We are going for that one. And from that we find the fitness equal to 1.0 divided by numpy.absolute of output minus desired output. Okay. So are you getting me? So this is the actual output minus desired output. So this difference is the things you know it. Okay, in our neural network. Then what is the fitness? I return fitness. Then fitness function, which is called fitness underscore function. Here number of generations I am going 100. This is the number of generation, and the number of parents mating, because we will be going for this mating of these parents. I have taken 7. The number of solutions will be selected as parents in the mating pool. Then to prepare the initial populations, there are 2 ways. What are the ways? First, we can prepare yourself and pass to the initial populations parameters. This way useful when the user wants to start the genetic algorithm with a custom initial population. Second one, assign valid integer values to the solution per population and number underscore genes parameters. If the initial population parameter exists, then the solution per population and also number per genes parameter are also meaningless. Okay. Now solution per population, suppose I take it 50 number of solutions in the populations and the number of genes, that is the length of the function input we are putting. All the things I have given it here, right? So based on this, what we do? We define the callback. This is the thing we put it here. Here we print the generation, then the fitness and change. So these are the 3 things we will be getting it here. Then here genetic algorithm instances using this pyguard. Then you go for the number of generations equal to number of generations. So all the things it is done. So don't worry, all the things while you are implementing all the things I will show you. And finally we go for the predict, and all things after predicting we get the output like this, right? So now till that what we are going to do, that only I have shown in the slides. Now let us move to our coding part. Okay, in this coding part, yeah, if you see here, this is the optimizations I am going for that one. This is I am using the Jupyter notebook I am using, and the Python also there. If you want, you can see it here all the details about. Here I have given the version of the notebook, Jupyter notebook I am using 6.4.5. The server is running on the version Python I am using 3.9.7. okay, so it is installed September 16 2021. It is there. Current kernel also I am using. All the things, it is only for your information. So you can use it. Is not necessary that you will have this 3.97, because that time I am using 3.97, maybe 3.98 or some other version will be available. So whatever things it is available, that you work, it works, because all the current version it supports, right? So then pip install numpy and pip install pygad. Okay, pip install because already installed, that's why I'm not showing. Otherwise, just what you do, the hash sign you remove and enter it here. So in the keyboard, control enter to run this one. Remember that one. To run this one, just you select it here, then control enter. Suppose I'm running it here, control enter. You see, because I am not installing, it is just a no, can you see it is just like a comment, that's why it's not installing. If I remove it, will enter. Then what I do, then I import pygad as well as the numpy. Then given this some comment I'm writing here, multiple line comments here, so 3 quotations it is coming here. Y is equal to something I put in, y is equal to function, and x1 x2 x6 I put it here, and also weight also I given double 1 to double 6. Okay, now how do we actually provide in Python? So you create a variable function underscore input. Are you getting me here? So function underscore inputs, and all these values I put it here. So here I clearly written the comments with the function inputs. Then desired output, that is the output is, because we are using the supervised learning. So desired output is 44. We know well in advance. Okay, function output. Then for the fitness, define fitness function. That is the solution come solution under IDX. So calculate the fitness value what I explained previously. Then the fitness functions calculate the sum of the products between each input and also corresponding weights. Okay. Then how we calculate all the things? Output is equal to numpy of numpy dot sum. This is the method I am using. Solution into that is the, it is just like input and weight, their multiplication and their summation, right? Then how to calculate the fitness? Fitness is equal to 1 divided by numpy dot absolute of output minus desired output. Here output means actual output, and here the desired output. Actually it should be desired output by minus actual output, because we are taking the absolute, so only the sign does not make any difference to us, right? Then return the fitness. Then coming to the fitness function, are you getting me? Fitness function is fitness function, and the number of generation is equal to 100, number of parents meeting is equal to 7, we selected. So all these things are there, and solution for population is 50. The number of solution in the population, so I am taking 50. Okay, number of genes, that is equal to length of the function input. So what are the function input we are giving? The length it will take as the number of genes, because you know that here I am providing 6 number of words. Okay, so in the there I am providing only 6 number of genes, right? Then last fitness is equal to initialize. Then define callback, then global last. So you can see 3 things it is going to print. One is the generation, that format all things there. Then it's going for the fitness, then the change. Okay, then how to calculate the last fitness, which is equal to GA underscore instance dot best. Out of this, because in optimizations we are not going to get a solution. We are, because a number of solution is giving, out of that we are going to find the best solutions. Okay, so this is the things, fundamental things you must remember regarding the genetic algorithms, right? Then J that instance, creating an instance of that genetic algorithm classes. So here the number of generations are there, and number of parents meeting there, and fitness function is also there, and the solution for population is there also, and the number of genes, that is the number of genes, and on generations call back the generations it is calling here. Then we are saving it, running the genetic algorithm, optimize the parameters of the for GA underscore instance dot run. Okay, so with this then we go for this prediction, all the things. So once it is there, you get it now. So just to click it here, then control enter. Remember, just click it here, control and enter. By control and enter, it will run, and it is showing you the output here. You can see the output here. Yeah, it is showing the generation 1, the fitness is this one, and the change is like that. It is showing the generation 2, the fitness is equal to 0.5. You see small, there is no change here nearly. Okay, then but gradually it is changing. You can see here the fitness is 7.9, it is there, and also change is equal to 3 point something, because initially it was 4 point something. Now it is. Then here the generation 4, the fitness is this and change is this one. So like that, then how many tools there? I have taken 100. But you will see at 95, just you observe 93, 94, 95. 94, what is the fitness? The fitness is equal to 766.461, right? But in 94, if you observe, the fitness was 540. Are you getting me? Fitness was 40, change by 00. Here 95, the fitness is 766. So 547, you can see the clarity there. Then coming to the 96, the fitness is this one and the change is negligible. Then 97, 98, you see the fitness is very less here. Okay, you get it. Fitness is good and change is good, very small. You get it now? So then we come to the conclusion here. The parameters on the best solution are these are the things, because we wanted all this they printed. So these are the parameters we are using to get the best solution. And fitness value 766 point, this one was our shown. Index of this best value is equal to 0, and predicted output based on this best function is equal to 43 point, this one. And best fitness value reached after 95 generations. I have already shown you after 95, all the remaining are the same. You got it now? The same thing 3 times I run. That's why 3 times it is showing the output. Fine. So these are the some of the idea I have given you how to run the genetic algorithm based things for the optimizations. Let us go for one more thing. We are going for one regression. Okay, here we see first I import the NumPy, because NumPy is already installed and also PyGuard is already installed. So if I want to use the neural network model, so import pyguard.nn. okay, data inputs just array numpy.array. So these are the data I am giving 2, 5, minus 3, 0.1, like that I have given it there. Then data outputs I want NumPy, this is the things. Okay, so preparing the NumPy array to the output. Now the number of inputs per sample, that is equal to, it is given the number of inputs equal to data underscore input dot set. Okay, then number of outputs is equal to, it is given only 1 year, right? Then hidden layer neurons, I am putting 2 number of hidden layers here, because in this network one is the input layer, one is the output layer, and 2 number of hidden layers I am putting it here, right? The input layer, how do you get all the things? So pyguard.nn input layer num.inputs. So what is the input I have given here? If you remember, that is stored as the num underscore input. You get it now? Num underscore input. The input I am giving it here. Same thing I am putting it here, right? So input layer, this one layer num.inputs. Then hidden layers. Here also hidden layer 1 underscore neurons. So what is the output of the previous layer? That will be input. So all the things it is given here. Okay. Then for the training, pyguard.nn training. So number of epoch I am giving 100. So last layer and data inputs, data outputs. Learning rate I am putting. If you remember that learning rate data, which is equal to 0.01. Already I explained in the previous video. So this I am putting in the learning rate equal to 0.01, and the problem time we are going for the regression. Then while you are going for prediction you do it here and calculating some statistics. Absolute error number. So you did all the things. Now running all this running. How do you run this program? Just click it here and control enter. Just otherwise you can run it here. Here you can see you can run it here, or you can press control and enter. After running, you see it has run around 1900 and absolute error is found 0.08. So I hope now you got some minimum idea how to do these optimization techniques and how to set a network model using the artificial neural network and genetic algorithms. I hope I am planning for one more example on these things also, because going for this regression things using the various machine learning algorithm, I thought we can finish this genetic algorithm. And as I promised you that I have given the coding part, this coding also I will be sharing with you. There is nothing to worry about this coding. So I thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please do share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe this also. And also if any comments and queries, you please post it by the SMS, as well as you can write a mail to me also. Thank you. Take care of you. Good night.